Hello, hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We just returned from Semine, where we had an unfortunate incident with a bloodthirsty bailiff who wanted to kill everybody, and we had to stop him by killing him before he killed all the innocent people. Now we gotta tell von Bergow about this, and he's not gonna be thrilled. What's gonna happen? Alright, here we are back at Trosky Castle. And we're gonna have to try to BS our way past Lord von Bergow and explain to him why his bailiff didn't come back. This could be rough, but we'll do our best. There seems to be more to the politics in this than I understand. And we just don't have enough information to make decisions right now, but it seems like von Bergow is not the good guy in this story. If there is one. I mean, it's geopolitics, right? Is there ever a good guy, or is it just pick the least worst bad guy? Maybe I'm the baddie, I don't know. Alright, we're supposed to report to Lord von Bergow in the mornings, so I've had a nice sleep. Let's go see if we can BS our way out of this way.
Blessings of the day.
Here we go. Alright, Mr. von Bergow, let me tell you about Semine.
We're back from Semine, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber.
Let's go.
With regard to Semine,
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. And old Semine and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir. But none of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Semine didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out.
everything could have been different, sir.
What could have been different?
Burgrave Hashek and his men unnecessarily escalated the situation and started killing people. He didn't even spare the women folk.
God, what a fool. Why did he do it?
Oh, he went completely mad. He saw everyone as a traitor.
So undisciplined. He was to bring young Semine here and not murder my subjects. And what happened then? It sounds like the Semine folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded.
And the Burgrave gave orders to kill him, just like his father.
Well, they would have ended up on the gallows anyway. I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Semine garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek. Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
I hope the flames could be seen all the way to Nebakov. Those bastards will soon meet the same fate. That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nebakov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Yeah, so as much as I wanted to condemn the guy, we're already kind of walking a tight rope here. And I didn't want to push it any farther, and he seems to believe us, so we're just going to take that and run with it. After having my chat with von Bergow, I decided to complete a few more quests, and I came across one from the Chamberlain that turned out to be one of the funnier quests that I've come across in the game so far. So here's the Chamberlain. Check out this quest that he gives me. It's pretty funny. You got a quest for me?
Is there any work around the castle I can help with?
Well, there's the issue with the demons.
Demons?
Quiet! I don't want to cause a panic, but yes, unfortunately. Once again, devils are wreaking havoc at Trosky.
You mean horned ones? From hell?
Do you know any other kind? I'm preoccupied with tasks from Lord von Bergow at the moment, so I don't have time to deal with it. But I suppose you could do it? You and that friend of yours have a lot to make up for.
You want me to get involved with hell itself? At least tell me more about it.
Ah, you know the times we're living in. War, bandits. The devil took advantage of the chaos and sent his hellspawn here. The castle is built upon an ancient, though fortunately extinguished, fiery moor. It's no wonder it's so close to hell. The spawn of hell shows up here from time to time, and I want you to improve your standing with me and help me out.
I don't believe in demons. But sure.
Let's get to the heart of the matter. Just tell me what needs to be done.
Our cooks, Manietta and Berto, were complaining about the creatures running around their kitchens. Ossiner, the castle blacksmith, was also blabbering something of the sort as well. The good news is it's only 3 people, for now. We have to act quickly to prevent the panic from spreading any further.
What did you do about it in the past? I reckon this isn't the first time you've had to deal with it.
We usually cleansed the infested places with the help of a priest or an apothecary. Except for that one year when Sir Otto himself faced Lucifer in the Maiden Tower.
Ah, of course.
In any case, you'll have to ask Manietta and Berta, or the blacksmith perhaps, where the demons are coming from. And then simply make sure to get rid of them for good. You understand? I'm sure both the scribe Erazim and Father Nicodemus will have something to say about it as well. The question is if you're up to it, or if I should call in someone braver.
I really don't like this guy, but whatever.
I'm ready to scour the castle and try to chase those monsters away. Could you arrange for me to be able to go wherever I want in the castle, without anyone chasing me out?
Very well. You can move freely about the castle while completing this task, but don't stay any longer than necessary in otherwise forbidden areas. I'll let the guards and servants know discreetly. If anyone asks, tell them you have my permission.
You said something about a priest and an apothecary. Should I pay them a visit?
We've always used either holy water or magic water from the apothecary to get rid of those hellish creatures. Which one would you prefer?
Holy water or magic water? Well, holy water,
I
sure.
reckon the holy water is more likely to work against demons.
If I recall, it was blessed by the bishop himself during the Easter Vigil. I believe you can do it. Should the demons attack you, just run away. But don't make too much of a ruckus, or you cause a panic. God be with you.
I see. What are you doing, buddy? Not a big fan of that table being in the way, huh? What in the world is going on here? That's it? You're just gonna stare at each other, huh? Alright. This is not awkward at all. I'll see you guys later. I wonder if Hans here knows anything about the demons. Let's check with him and see what he knows.
Do you know when von Bergow plans to attack Nebakov?
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry. I reckon he'll announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet.
But what can we do in the meantime?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you? Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet.
Did you hear? Apparently there's demons in the castle.
Damn it! If they weren't before, you surely just summoned them here yourself.
What? How?
Every time you say the word demon, one shows up. Don't you know that? Some words just shouldn't be used.
You just used it yourself.
Corva, you tricked me, you blackguard.
A demon.
Stop it, you madman. I'm deadly serious. You have no idea what you're messing with. They really worked me over when I was little.
A demon.
Fine. If you really need to know, I'll tell you. I was about 5. I was sitting in the garden behind Birchstein, shouting, "Go to hell!" over the walls at anyone passing by. But doing that, I summoned a minion of hell who latched onto a carrot I unknowingly ate. I'd never been so sick in my life.
A demon.
I'm sure I swallowed him, because what came out of me the next day? I've never seen anything like it in my life. It had eyes and claws and everything. I feel sick just thinking about it.
A demon.
You're one yourself.
That was fun. All right, so Lord von Bergow wants to throw a banquet where he's going to announce his plans for his attack on Nabokov. But the game gave me a warning that said when I do that, there's going to be certain quests that become unavailable later. So I think there's a couple of quests I want to have a go at. And one of them was where the Chamberlain told me that there are demons, apparently, in the castle, and I'm tasked with finding them and getting rid of the demons. He gave me some holy water to do it with. I personally don't believe in demons, and I don't think there's really any demons running around, but we're going to find out what it is that's actually causing all the ruckus. And the other thing is I'm supposed to find a book for the miller that was the original reason why we had the wench dressed up as a noblewoman anyway, was to get into the castle. That didn't work out, but I'm here and I have full run of the place. So I think while I'm here, I should try to see if I can locate that book as well. So looking at my quests here, we have Demons of Trosky, talk to different people, and I've got the Opus Magnum, find the book for the miller. So I think I'm going to do the miller quest first, because I want to go talk to the scribe.
Keep close to the others.
All right, finally found the scribe.
I heard some interesting books from Prague have arrived at the castle. There's one I'd like to borrow. An alchemist's cookbook. A sand-coloured cover, embossed.
Yes, several rare and astonishing books have arrived from Prague. But why are you interested in an alchemist's cookbook, of all things?
I've heard there are some interesting ideas in it. Every alchemist is in dogged pursuit of wisdom, especially those from Prague.
Perhaps you know more about that book than I do. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. Lord Nickvard Libak helped me sort the new books at the time, and the one you're looking for caught his attention. He left with it before I could even discover what it's about. All I remember is the author's initials, B.B. I'm fairly benevolent when it comes to lending books, and I appreciate Nickvard's help, but he's had it borrowed for an excessive amount of time now. I'd like to ask him to return it, but he's been avoiding me.
Avoiding you?
Why would Nickvard suddenly be avoiding you?
I have a sneaking suspicion. It seems Nickvard lost the book. I've warned him repeatedly not to carry borrowed books around with him, but to leave them in his chamber and read them there. But Nickvard is old and stubborn, and this is how things turn out.
Yep.
The price of such a book must be incalculable. People like Nickvard are too dumb to understand.
But I digress. As I said, Nickvard is intentionally avoiding me. But I've made headway. I've managed to find 3 people who've spoken to him recently. Bertha the cook, Regina the maid, and Hirsch the hand.
For a nobleman, Nickvard is quite wary of his own kind, speaking only to servants.
I'm surprised that he's ever spoken to anyone but myself. Nickvard is a loner, which is also why I suspect something bad has happened. Now that he's decided to leave his shell, that is. But I'm afraid that's all I've managed to find out. Since Lord von Berkow's arrival, I've been preoccupied with other matters.
I would imagine so. I don't see any reason to lie to this guy. We're birds of a
I'll help
feather.
you. I'll ask all 3 and see if they lead me to Nickvard.
Many thanks. If you aren't sure what to do, stop by and we'll discuss what you found out.
Sounds like a plan. Where can I find these people?
Before I go, can you tell me where I can find those people in the castle?
Who, exactly?
Oh.
Where is Bertha?
Bertha cooks for us in the crone's kitchen. She's there most days. If you can't find her there, try the first house in the lower castle, across from the door to the dungeon.
I don't know where that is, but I'll figure it out.
Where is Regina?
As Lord von Berkow's personal maid, she'll likely be somewhere in the Maiden's Palace, perhaps in the Knight's Hall, or on the floor above it, near the Lord's chambers. She even sleeps there.
Again, I don't know where any of those things are, but I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Where is Hirsch, the stable boy?
I've seen him with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle. He sleeps in the house directly across from it. I don't know him much, though.
Again, I don't know where that is, but I'll figure it
You
out.
said Nickvard is avoiding you. Where at the castle does he live? Are there any places he frequents?
Nickvard lives like a hermit here at Trosky. Like a ghost. His chambers are in the Crone's Tower. But God knows if he's ever slept there. He took his meals down in the Crone's kitchen. Lately, I've often seen him talking to Regina in the Knight's Hall, in the Maiden, or looking out the hall window. I caught sight of him a few times with Hirsch at the transport yard below the castle.
So I just have to hope I run into him somewhere.
Nickvard always just shows up. I've rarely ever found him on my own. I'm not surprised you can't find him anywhere, since I've been trying myself.
That's everything I needed to know.
All right, so to find a book, I need to talk to... Were those the same people that I'm supposed to talk to about the demons as well? Oh, no, different people. Bertha is one of them. Okay, well, all right, so find out what the maid knows. So there's the maid. Nickvard's outside, and she's over there in the kitchen. Let's go see what we can do. Off to the kitchen we go.
You shouldn't be out here alone like this. Awful things have been happening here.
All right, Bertha. We need to talk about a book.
I'm looking for Nickvard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Well, I'm waiting for Lord Libac to stop by. I brewed him another phial of medicine, but I don't even know if the last one helped. I told him to stop by for another one soon. I reckon he must be feeling better.
Oh, he's got medicine. What does he got problems with?
Nickvard needed medicine. For what?
I can't say. I promised Lord Libac his secret is safe with me, as well as his phial of medicine.
Oh, come now. Nickvard misplaced an important book somewhere. A sort of alchemist cookbook. I need to find it.
I remember the recipes by heart. And Lord Libac's secret is certainly worth more than any book.
I could bribe her, or I could let Henry talk his way out of it. Let's see if Henry can talk his way through
Bertha.
it. Ooh. Your secret will be safe with me, too. That'd be easy. I don't know if I'm confident, too. Never be in danger. Let's go with the one that I have the most stats
I
in.
truly respect your honesty. I'm in the service of a nobleman myself, and I know what's expected of us in cases like these, whether it's Nickvard's illness or political machinations over the fate of our kingdom. Both carry equal weight when spoken about behind closed doors, I'd say. I stand by my principles in matters like that.
Lord Libac's troubles can hardly compare to what you're talking about. It's really quite a trifle in comparison.
So you'll tell me then?
Well, it's a common potion for a bellyache. Just better tasting. It helps your meals go down easier and come out slower the other end. In that regard, Lord Libac had, well, how to say it? Everything came out much too quickly.
All right, so he's got the shoots, huh?
Nickvard didn't have time to run down the stairs, eh?
It was in the privy down below the crone, by the training ground below the guardhouse. I helped him clean his hose and made him the medicine, and I promised that I wouldn't say anything. Lord Libac is quite particular about the impression he makes on the young maids, you know. He didn't want this little episode to put them off. That's why he didn't use the privy near the maids' quarters. though it's closer to his chamber, but to the arena instead, and only when there weren't any soldiers around. But this time, it caught up with him.
Is that all?
What else is there to say? That the entire time he looked as if he'd done the worst thing in the world. It happens to the best of us. And I told him as much then. I'm just surprised he never came back for another file. I must say, he did look as if the fate of the entire castle was suddenly on his shoulders.
I don't know if this is going to do me any good.
Well, you could have found a worse clue.
Thanks anyway.
All right, so we found out that Nick Vard the Noble, he's got the shooting scoots sometimes, and he got some medicine, but he didn't necessarily come back. That's gross. Okay. All right, so I talked to the cook. Who else am I supposed to talk to? The maid, which is over here in there, and the stable boy outside. So let's go find the maid. Okay.
Greetings. Do you need something?
Do you know where I can find Nick Vard? The scribe said you might know.
Erazim is suddenly interested in Nick Vard and me. You don't say. But when I need him to read something for me, he never has the time. I'm sorry.
I was asking about Nick Vard.
Aye, I heard you. Say, can you read?
I can.
In that case, would you mind reading this message I have from Nick Vard?
Yeah, sure, I can read for
Show
you.
me. Dear Mistress of the Chambers. What is it?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get messages from someone else. Say, Lord Capon. Never mind. Read on. Though I reckon it interests you more than me.
Persevere. We shall soon escape the dungeon of those two women. Cursed fate, however, has placed an obstacle in my way. The heat of the Lightbringer's potion is working, and I can feel my insides being reborn. But when the last remnants of old age left my body, something else was washed away with them.
How much longer is it?
Not much. My damn clumsiness has sent all of the Lightbringer's secrets into the void, but fear not, I shall get them back. May this be the first task on the road to your liberation. That's it.
Beautiful.
That doesn't really make much sense, but don't want to be
True
rude.
enough. Nick Vard has a flair for the dramatic.
My, that's Liebach for you.
But what does it mean? Can you explain any of it to me?
Lord Liebach has taken a liking to me. I suggested to him it wasn't proper for a noble to have an affair with a maid. He thought I meant he was too old for me. But then he found what he calls the Lightbringer's potion book. He said it would light a flame in him that would burn out all that's old. So I
nice.
suppose it worked. Hooray!
I know the book he's talking about, but what does he mean, into the void?
Look, can we stop talking about this? I feel a little uncomfortable here talking about some old lovelorn nobleman.
I mean, I could really use some help with this.
I need help. You can give it some thought, can't you?
No! And now leave me alone.
Okay.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad. But I've
I
got
think this is the
so
guy I'm supposed to
Good day
talk
to
to
you.
here.
I'm looking for Nick Vard. The scribe told me you might know something about him.
Hey, Nick. I mean, Lord Liebach. I almost forgot about him. I suppose his task wasn't so pressing.
His task?
What task?
Nick Liebach, that is, entrusted me with a big task quite a while back. He's a castle lord. Obviously, I had to obey him. But then I heard what another castle lord was planning, von Bergow, and I had to obey him even more. He says there's a war on. So here I am, ready to go off to battle.
I need to know more about what Nick Vard asked you to do.
No. There are new rules now. You have to prove you're not a spy.
A spy?
I understand, sure. Just tell me what you want, and let's not delay.
A sword.
You want a sword?
Sword?
That's it?
What sword?
A long and very good one to help me deal with other spies. If you bring it to me, I'll know you're not an enemy spy who should fear me. Forge one, buy one, or even steal one for me. Maybe from one of the guards at the training ground or down by the gate. During the day, they're not in the towers anyway.
Don't spy,
Steal a sword?
steal.
That sounds like something a spy would do.
Not a spy who wants to help von Bergow's most loyal servant. By servant, I mean me. See, once I get a sword, I'll fill you in on Nickvard's task.
A few moments later.
God bless.
All right, buddy, I brought you your
About
sword.
Nickvard.
Got that sword yet, spy?
You wanted a sword? So look at what I got for you.
That's
There you go.
perfect. Lovely. I don't think you're a spy. Can't say for sure, but you seem all right.
What about Nickvard, then?
Nickvard asked me to do something for him. He must have admired my devotion to Lord von Bergow.
Yeah, that's it.
Either way, Nick looked troubled and not very healthy. He wanted me to fetch him something he lost outside the castle. And I told him I would. At least I could check to see if anyone was sneaking around about the castle. But then Nickvard clutched his belly and ran off. So I never found out what he wanted, or from where.
That's all.
Aye. If you run into Nickvard, ask him if he still needs it or whether he found it himself. I'll be going into war soon, so I don't have time for these things, see?
I'll tell him.
So apparently he got the squirts and had to go run off, but the cook made it sound like he lost his thing because he had the scoots. But he just said that he'd already lost it before he had the scoots. So what's going on here? Yeah, he dropped it in the toilet. So one of these toilets is going to have my book. So now I get the unenviable task of hunting in the privies to see if I can't find what happened to the book. All right, but apparently if he dropped it, he would have gone outside the castle. I wonder if I go outside the castle, if I'll have any luck finding anything. So where does the privy empty out?
I hope someone pays for a requiem mass.
You must be
At
Nickvard,
your
eh?
service, sir.
Poor wretch.
Okay, so that's where the
Oh,
privy
it's
drops.
starting to stink.
Okay. Empty vials, so he was probably making something. There's the digestive
I hope
potion.
someone pays for a requiem mass.
There it is.
How many more times am I gonna have to poke around in corpses and shit for that damn cradle?
Man, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. God, that's just...
Where's that damn grave digger?
How did he die? He poisoned himself making things out of this book, I guess? Alright, well I found the book for Kreisel, so I guess that means we can take it back to him. Alright, so let's go give the book to Kreisel.
Praise the Lord.
Good day.
Greetings, my friend.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
That's the
Didn't even
truth.
look inside.
You had a treasure like this in your hands, and you weren't even curious to have a peek? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone. I'll have a look for myself. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Hey,
Got the essence of life from the skies didn't bother you, and now you're squeamish.
Refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense.
yeah, we're making
I'll study the
gunpowder.
rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Crazer, what's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
With the book found for Kreisel, it's time for me to go hunting for demons in the castle, and the blacksmith is the first person I have to talk to. I'm a demon hunter! Yay! Alright, so apparently there's demons running around. Tell me what you know about the demons.
At the castle.
You're damn right I did. What do you know about it?
Nothing. That's why I came to you.
I'm sure at least half a dozen demons have taken up residence in the western courtyard. If the Chamberlain didn't tell you how dangerous this is for all of us, I'm telling you now.
Of course he told me. That's why we're trying to resolve this as quickly as possible.
I'm glad to hear it. Give those demons their due.
Tell me what you know,
Yep,
then.
will do.
You know the guardhouse with the little arena? In the palace below the crone, over by the outer wall? Inside, I mean, on the ground floor. The place stinks like hell, day in and day out. It makes my head spin. I've seen things there with my own eyes I'd rather not talk about. I'd start the investigation there if I were you.
All right. I'll look into it.
Alright, so the guardhouse. There's got to be other people to talk to. Alright, Bertha, what do you know about demons?
The Chamberlain said you know something about the demons haunting the castle.
Those monsters are back again. Last summer, we only heard them scratching the walls and roof with their claws. But they got a lot more bold this time. They're leaving charred marks on my wooden spoons, throwing clumps in my food, and they're constantly leaving their droppings in my kitchen.
You have rats, lady, but okay. I'll play along.
Don't worry. The Chamberlain is taking this very seriously. He sent me to take care of it.
My eyes and ears aren't what they used to be, but I still know everything that's going on around here. Be on the lookout for people walking arse first. That's how the demons disguise themselves, so you can't see their hollow inside.
All right.
Right.
I'll keep an eye out. Where should I look for them?
They're coming from the other side of the castle, below the maiden, I swear.
How should I deal with them?
Of course. Everyone knows the demons enter this world through the flames. You have to find 5 fireplaces in the palace, under the maiden, and sprinkle water on them. Be careful to sprinkle within the width of your little finger. 9 drops, 1 for every angelic choir. And every 3rd drop must be twice as big as the ones before it.
Right. So you're a few French fries short of the entire Happy Meal, but I'll play
I'll
along.
take care of it. I hope I can do it exactly as you said.
And one more thing to take to heart. The spell is most effective when performed in the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
But most
Okay.
of all, don't forget 9 drops.
9 drops. Yep.
Sir.
Got it. Well, just bless your heart, lady. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to... There was one other person I could talk to. Magneta. Yeah, I don't remember who Magneta is, but the icon says she is this away. Who's Magneta? That's Franca. Yeah, Magneta.
The Chamberlain said you know
Tell me about the
something
demons,
about
lady.
The demons haunting the castle.
Of course I do. But I don't know what to think anymore. I keep finding hair in my food. Someone hides my spices. My soup goes sour. And there's that awful smell.
Oh, that sounds terrible. The Chamberlain wants this resolved as soon as possible.
It's about time. Do you have any idea how scared people are? All it takes is one mention of those beasts and the maids start threatening to find work elsewhere. I hear the castle has always been connected to hell, but nobody tells you that when you ask to work here.
Where should I start looking?
They must be coming from the other side of the castle. Under the crone.
Bertha told me the demons are likely to be coming from here, under the maiden.
Oh, of course she did. They've been messing with her head. That old crone's under their spell. I always knew it.
Let me guess. I'm going to have to go around fireplaces and sprinkle 9 drops of water on them.
9? Why 9? But you're mostly right. You have to douse the ground in front of the fireplace they're coming from. That creates a boundary demons can't cross.
All right. Where can I find the fireplaces?
Good.
That's hard to describe.
More fireplaces.
Anyway, there are 5 such fireplaces on the crone side of the castle. Together they form the shape of a 5-pointed star, a pentagram.
Yes, I know what a pentagram
Don't worry.
is.
I'll take care of everything. Hopefully I won't miss any of them.
If I were you, I'd do it during the night. Even the demons have to sleep sometime, don't they?
The devil never sleeps.
And the old hag rushes in where the devil fears to tread, eh? The sooner you get rid of them, the better. Farewell.
All right, so I gotta banish devils from fireplaces. This will be great. So where am I going? I got the blacksmith told me to go check out the guardhouse down here, and that sounds easier than wandering around the palace looking for demons. So I'll see about that. Hey, Father Nicodemus, you're a religious man. Tell me about the demons.
What would you like?
I heard the castle is haunted by demons again, Nicodemus. Did they bother you too?
They did indeed. A few days ago, I was in the chapel, deep in prayer, when a spawn of hell appeared before me. Fac mihi hominium. Swear an oath of allegiance to me.
My God.
Are you high?
What did you say to it?
I laughed in the face of the Prince of Darkness. Would you not rather renounce your slavery and return to heaven? I told him. Without hesitation, he replied, better to rule hell than to be a slave in heaven. And then he disappeared, veiled in a terrible, foul-smelling smoke.
That sounds horrifying. But anyway, like I said, I was told to sprinkle water.
Do I say it sounds stupid? I mean, this guy is clearly off his
If they
nut.
dare try that even on a man of faith, nothing else will help.
I'm glad you have faith in the Lord, and not in some old wives' tales. Now take up your task, and rid us of that hellspawn. May the Lord guide you.
Wow. You know, I don't really have anything to say that's going to not piss off somebody. So let's just say this particular religion is not for me. I mean, this is the shitter. Wait, what's that?
Privies for the soldiers, but not a demon in sight. Ah, you must have been wrong about those demons. The place you described to me was just a shitter.
You're right. My bad. I realised as soon as you left.
What?
You were bored, so you made up the whole story.
Oh, come on.
I don't have time for your stupid jokes. You'd just be leading me on again.
I wouldn't dare. But suit yourself. Just don't be surprised when one of the demons comes
hardy,
back
hardy,
to bite
har,
you
you
in
got
the
me.
arse.
Make the new guy go hang out in the crappers. Haha, funny blacksmith. Jerk. Alright, so now I gotta go do fireplaces. Okay, let's go find some fireplaces.
My humble respects.
8, 9.
Time.
Don't show yourself here again.
Why am I doing this?
I hope I'm doing this right. Don't show yourself here again. 8, 9.
Are you kidding me?
A little more here.
Bless you, sir.
That should do it.
What are you doing? Oh, it's just water.
They won't be getting past this. Back to hell with you. A little more here. I took care of those demons. They shouldn't be a problem anymore. I've still got chills down my spine thinking about those screams.
Hopefully things will quieten down again for a while. Most importantly,
I decided to help Ossiner as well. I can still smell that stench everywhere.
he got you too, did he? He tries that prank on all the newcomers to the castle.
You knew? Why didn't you warn me?
I wouldn't want to spoil his fun.
Anyway, the job is done.
Trosky Castle, held by Sir Otto von Bergow, Lord of Berlin, Royal Chamberlain of the Kingdom of Bohemia, Chairman of the Provincial Court, Member of the Crown Council, Magistrate of the Peace, Burgrave of Prague, thanks you.
I didn't fight Lucifer like Sir Otto, but even so, the demons should leave you alone. I'm glad I could help.
And I'm glad that all I have left to deal with this month is fixing the stairs, the sedilia, and checking all the chimneys.
You've got a lot to do.
There's always something to do at a big castle like this. Also, don't think you can continue to move freely about the castle. You are hereby stripped of that privilege. Nevertheless, since the minions of hell didn't reach the castle's coffer, nor did they cut into our profits, you deserve a reward. God be with you.
Ooh, a golden cup and a golden chalice. I like that. Alright, well, the demons have been taken care of. O ye beasties of hell, fear the great Henry and his bottle of water. For the gates of hell shall not prevail against my jug. Yeah. Game sure is pretty.